Hi, Terry Ficorelli at the Lakeshore High School Media Day on Muskegon Channel. And with us is the fourth-year head coach of Grand Haven High School Hockey, Keegan Ferris. Keegan, welcome.
Thank you.
Good to have you with us.
Thanks for having us. Yeah.
And first question I have for you is, tell us about the co-op program. You combine with Grand Haven and Spring Lake, which I find not only interesting, but somewhat unique, because away from hockey, that is a very, very vigorous arch rivalry.
Absolutely. So the idea of the co-op is basically to give everyone an opportunity to play the game of hockey. And so I think the co-op's a great thing. So we're actually in our fifth year of the co-op. And in the beginning of the co-op, it was because of what you just said, in every other sport, it's a pretty big rivalry between Grand Haven and Spring Lake.
Right.
And so we had to spend some time developing that culture that, listen, yeah, we might be two schools, but we're one family. And other than any disciplinary issues, just because the schools have different athletic codes and things like that, we never talk about the fact that we're a co-op. I mean, we're Grand Haven Spring Lake Buccaneers, but we're one family in that room. And so it's been a blast to get to know kids from both schools. Every year it's been about 50-50. This year we have 7 Spring Lake kids and 13 Grand Haven kids. It's always been around that area. And so the bottom line is, without both schools, we couldn't have a program. And so the fact that both of our schools and athletic directors were willing to look away from that rivalry and say, you know what, this is what's best for kids, was a huge thing and an awesome thing for our program.
How are the kids enjoying accepting the consolidation?
Oh, they love it, especially like when
gives them a chance to play hockey.
It gives them a chance to play hockey, but then also it's a little fun in the locker room. You know, when our basketball teams play each other, you know, they always request, Coach, can we not schedule a game on the Grand Haven Spring Lake basketball game? Because they want to go. You know, they poke
then
fun at each other.
They'll sit on different sidelines, right?
Sit on different sides, or maybe go to the other side because they want to sit with them and things like that. So it makes it fun for the kids.
Talk about your program, Keegan. This is not a new program. Grand Haven High School Hockey has been around for quite a while. Talk about your program and how it has progressed over the years leading to this 2018-19 season.
Yep, so our program was established back in 2000, and then they had some great coaches, some great players that were able to build the program up to one of the premier programs in the area.
Mike Feasby?
Yeah, he was a big part of that.
Muskegon Fury player.
That's right.
Yes.
He works at the building at the high school with me. He's a great guy and a huge part of the reason why our program where it is today. And so we had some serious success. I know there's a regional championship in there, and then we lost some guys, and the program started to take kind of a turn for the worse with losing players, which then brought on the co-op. And so I came in as the head coach in the second year of the co-op, and we've gone in the up direction now. So every year we're getting a little bit better, focusing on player development, focusing on just making better individuals to make our team better. And so last year we were able to make that step, and we won our Tier 3 conference last year, so we were able to win that conference. And we're just looking to continue to progress and just trusting in that process. We're not going to get better now.
As the head coach, do you feel a responsibility to help grow the game of hockey at the high school level as well? And the reason I asked the question is because you mentioned that you had to do a co-op with Spring Lake instead of having your own program, as was the case in the past.
Absolutely. I take that personally. Obviously I love the game. That's why I'm here. I want to help these kids love the game even more than when we start the season. Absolutely. It's very important. And with that being said, it's not my goal to split apart from Spring Lake. Like that's not the goal here. My goal is to grow the game of hockey and get more and more kids at the youth levels playing, so that both schools can flourish and we can make this program even stronger. And so absolutely, it's important we grow that game, especially at the young level. It's a very expensive sport.
It is.
And so just making sure that, you know what, there's ways around that, like playing high school hockey. This is a lot cheaper than playing travel hockey.
All right, now as you start your new season as head coach, what do you like most from what you've seen with your team this season?
The attitude of our team. So our culture is is close to being established, that we're here to get better every day. We're going to trust the process, and it's no longer the coaching staff trying to motivate kids. They're motivating themselves, and they've had a taste of success, and they want to continue to do that. And so just their mental state in wanting to get better, wanting to put forth the effort has been huge for us.
Break down your lineup, Keegan, if you will, as far as returnees,
Yep.
The newcomers, and some of your brighter prospects.
Absolutely. So we lost 7 guys last year. We carried a roster of 19 last year, and so that's 12 returners. And then we have 8 new guys. We have a roster of 20. And so we have an older team, but also a very young team. We have 3 freshmen on the team this year, a few different sophomores. And so it's nice to have that older group, a lot of which are our returnees who understand what we're trying to do as a program to help our younger guys say, hey, yep, this is what it's going to be like every day. These are the expectations, and this is why we're doing it. Guys like Ethan Pennington, my first year as head coach of the program, I took him as a freshman. He's now a senior, and so he's a guy that I lean on heavily just to help everybody. Listen, man, this is where we started. This is where we're at now and where we're trying to go. And so he's a guy that we're going to lean on to kind of help that culture aspect in the locker room.
Now let's talk about leadership.
Yeah.
Usually a good hockey club always has good leaders in the dressing room. What's your comfort level with the constitution of that dressing room and the leadership that has emerged from that dressing room?
Well, I'll tell you this. My favorite part about our team is how close we get. You know, at the end of the year, when kids say things like, this is the closest I've ever been to my teammates, and this is a true family, and I strongly believe that. And so I'm very comfortable with where we're at, just because that leadership group that we have in place has been a part of that, and they want that. And so I'm confident that they're able to bring everybody in and say, all right, this is our family now, let's be together, and this is where we're going, and I'm going to show you how to get there. And so our senior group is a very special one. A lot of them I've had from a young age, and so they know the expectations, and they know the proper way of leading. And as a coach, that's also my job, is to help them understand what does a leader look like, and what are the best ways that we can help other players grow in a positive way.
As a head coach, and you're beginning your 4th season now, how would you measure Coach Ferris's excitement at the start of a season from year 1 to today as you embark on year 4?
I'm more excited now, I think, than I was even year 1. I mean, obviously I was very excited, first head coach job as my first year, but not only are the kids learning and growing, but I'm learning and growing. Every year I learn something new, and I'm trying to grow as a coach. And so now I get to go try to do things, or maybe not do certain things that will help these kids develop. And so I'm super excited. I have an awesome staff, and we work really well together. We're best friends off the ice, and we have the right thing at heart, which is the kids. And just the state of our program and the mental aspect of it, I couldn't be in a happier spot. And so I'm very, very excited for the season to get kicked off this weekend.
Keegan, it was a pleasure having you with us. Thanks for joining us. Good luck to you this season, and let's win some hockey games.
There you go. Yeah, thank you for having me. I appreciate it. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Keegan Ferris, he's the head coach, Grand Haven Spring Lake, our special guest. This is Muskegon Channel. I'm Terry Ficorelli.